it's a chance for you to go to top 15 on Saturday night. What are your expectations of this fight, and in what round are you planning to finish it?
I think a win over Kattar will definitely get me in the rankings. I think he's ranked 14 or 15 right now. I believe a win over him will get me in here. I mean, I've had a knockout. I don't know how many people to get here, so I'm just going to keep going down in that direction. It's not as easy as people make it seem. It's like, oh, you just keep knocking people out. I'm like, man, there's a lot that comes with it. So, and especially against him, I don't even think that dude's ever been really finished. I think the only finish in his career was his injury. So I have a tall test ahead of me. I'm not going to live and die by a knockout, but that's just typically what, happens. So, the main goal is to win.
You're going as a favorite, not a huge, but anyway. So is it fair? How do you think?
Is like the odds fair?
Yeah. You're like minus 125.
Yeah, I'd say they're fair. I mean, this dude's probably gonna go down as a Hall of Famer. I mean, this guy's literally fought everybody. If you look at his lineup that he's fought, wins or losses, they're all against really, really tough people. He's put on some spectacular shows. This guy has, really put in a solid amount of work in the UFC, and I think he will be just as difficult as, when he fought. I think he was ranked number 5 at a time, so it's gonna be a good challenge for me.
Do you already have a name in your head that you will say in the mic after your win?
I'm sorry?
Do you already have a name that you will say after your win? I mean,
just all of them. Honestly, I want to headline a card at some point, even if it's an Apex card, but that would be that's kind of next on my list, just to get a fight like that. That would be great. Something like I think Onama's now in there, Zalal's in there, and Emmett. One of those guys would be a fun fight. So, but I got to focus on Kattar right now.
About your division, right now there are lots of talks who should be next for Volk. What's your opinion about that?
For the next fight?
Yeah.
Honestly, the next fight should be Masvidal.
Masvidal,
yeah, he should be probably next in line. The 145 division is actually a pretty crazy hot mess right now. There's a lot of people coming in from organizations. There's some people going up in from the division, so it's actually kind of just like this big cluster mess going on right now. So if you had to tell me like right now who's deserving of it, I'd probably say Masvidal. This guy's undefeated. He has a tall task with Aaron Pico, but if there's no Aaron Pico, it should probably be Masvidal.
But speaking of Masvidal, was you surprised when UFC gave him a debutant? I mean, yeah, Pico is good, but it's his first fight in UFC.
Hey, man, I guess you get that Dana White privilege, Good for him, you know what I mean? So take advantage of it. I think that Masvidal has gone through, 3 or 4 ranked opponents, has beat them all, is undefeated. I think that was, probably the move to make. But, the UFC is going to do what they do. And, Patricio came in. I totally understood him getting, a good shot at, someone at the top. Aaron's the same way. So I think that either way, it doesn't really matter. It has no effect on me right now. And I wish him all the best.
And the last one from me, President Donald Trump announced that next year, on 4th of July, there could be a UFC event at the White House. So are you looking forward to be a part of this card? And if yes, who's your dream opponent for this card?
If they could put me on that White House card, man, I'd be ecstatic. I mean, to have that's never been done before. That's history in the making. I truly believe that, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight the bum on the street. I don't care. Just, give me on a card. That would be amazing. But yeah, maybe something like that would be next. As far as opponent goes, like I said, I just listen to whoever. If they're gonna put someone on that card, I guarantee it's gonna be like a John Jones out of retirement, or one of the, maybe Conor McGregor comes back. Who knows? But yeah, man, that's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Steve, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Back-to-back performances of the night for you. Do you feel like something's kind of clicked for you in recent fights, or have you kind of been steadily building to this point?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
You got back-to-back performances of the night. Do you feel like something in recent fights has kind of clicked lead into this, or have you kind of steadily been building to kind of the form you're in now?
Look, man, I'm a blessed man. I really am. I always want more, and I never want to be too greedy. but God has really, blessed me. So I'm thankful for that. As far as the performance goes, man, I have the best coaches in the world. I mean, they truly are literally just one of a kind. And I don't think that there's many other coaches like them. So when I have them in my corner, I feel like I almost have like a little cheat code, in my corner. So that's awesome. And then, we grind very hard at my gym. So all those tools put together have been clicking for me. So that's great, man.
Yeah, and you're stacking these first-round finishes, I guess. How do you avoid letting that kind of turn into pressure, kind of like, I got to get this first-round finish, I got to impress? How do you let that kind of go over the top of your head and fight like you always fight?
It's hard. That part is kind of hard because there's always going to be pressure because everybody's like, oh, this knockout streak. And I'm like, yeah, man, I love it, but that's just how I approach fights. The pressure is pretty much the same. The more pressure is that I'm fighting the tougher guys. That's just more or less. And the harder the opponent, the harder it is to finish, right? I mean, most people in most jobs, the more you do something, the easier it gets. Not in our sport. Our sport, the better you do, the harder the opponent. So I think that, it's a little flopped, in my situation, which is okay. But truly, I just go into every fight one punch at a time, one strike at a time. And I feel like that's kind of been like a good, I guess, way to kind of keep me centered into not getting too far ahead or too much in my past. I don't know if that helps or makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is a tougher opponent for you. But you were quoted kind of saying that you're confident you could be the first one to knock Calvin out. So is there something that happened during this camp in preparation for this that gives you the confidence to have that kind of mindset?
I just have to believe that I can. Like most of us, we're just like, oh, I hope. And I'm like, I have to believe that I can. Like, I know I've been able to do it with everybody else, but like if I can go out there and knock out anybody, and that includes Calvin Kattar, which is the hardest thing to probably do against someone who hasn't been knocked out. I mean, who else couldn't I knock out? So I have to go out there and I have to believe in myself. It's the hardest thing to do is to believe in yourself. But if you have the option to believe or not to believe, I choose to believe every time.